Hey guys, what's up? It's Robbie with Open World Games, and we are talking about Tom Clancy's The Division and Watch Dogs, two of the most anticipated games for next-gen consoles. We're going to be talking about the comparisons between graphics, gameplay, and multiplayer components in this video, so stay tuned to that. If you are actually wanting to enter for a chance to win Tom Clancy's The Division during release, you can do so by leaving your PSN ID, Xbox Live Gamer tag, or PC Steam ID below with your first name, because yes, we are going to be giving away a copy of Tom Clancy's Division. I can't wait to do that. So now let's take a look at Tom Clancy's The Division versus Watch Dogs.
Squad to all units, we have additional officers moving to intercept. Positive confirmation on the suspect as Aiden Pierce.
So I'm going to start out by talking about the graphics engines between Tom Clancy's The Division and Watch Dogs. And man, both of these games look absolutely stunning, but believe it or not, there are some key differences between the two. But first, I'm going to start out with The Division because it is going to be only on next-gen consoles and PC, and that is something really, really big for The Division in terms of its graphics technology. It's actually going to be using a new graphics engine called the Snowdrop engine, which is going to give us things like dynamic shadows, dynamic day and night cycle, and my favorite part of this is the dynamic weather system. This game is going to be taking place around Christmas time and the holidays, which I think is really, really cool. It sort of reminds me of the older Batman movies, having this darker tone with the Christmas season. But what's really cool about this dynamic weather system is you will actually see snow piling up on the streets, on vehicles, and then also melting away over time. And we're talking about playing this over the course of months. And I think that this is going to become more and more common with next-gen games, is to see a weather system that persists through weeks and then of course months. And I'm hoping to see that from Tom Clancy's The Division. We're going to be seeing some amazing new lighting technology with Tom Clancy's The Division. They have shown that off in the Snowdrop trailer, which is really cool. You can see the immense amount of detail from playing in the open world environment, switching into the interiors of these buildings. It's just jaw-droppingly beautiful. And don't forget, one thing The Division seems to have over Watch Dogs is its advertising for destruction. They are really pushing the destruction technology in this game. It is going to be extremely detailed, and it seems like surfaces will have their own physics engine depending upon what you are striking with bullets and the like. So that just means two things. Wood, concrete, and glass will all respond differently to bullets and impact. And the good news is graphics are actually making an impact on gameplay. That means we're going to be seeing cover that is going to be destructible, and this is going to be key for lessening the occurrences of campers. So anyone that wants to camp online, you are going to be shocked in player versus player. You're not going to be able to do it. You're going to be asked to maneuver and stay in the open and engage enemies dynamically and on the fly without just sitting behind something. You're going to have to really be on your toes, it seems, in this game. And then of course there is Watch Dogs, which is actually using a completely different engine, which actually surprised me. I thought these games were using the exact same engine, but Watch Dogs is not, and that is primarily because it can scale up or down to current gen and next gen technology. That means it's coming to the Xbox 360 and PS3 as well as next-gen consoles. So that is a bonus to people that can't right now invest into the next-gen consoles, but it doesn't seem to really be hurting it, at least at this time, in terms of graphics power. What they really advertise with Watch Dogs is they are going to be creating a crowd simulation. When it rains, people will get out their umbrellas, they will go and take shelter, and they will be interacting with the player more lifelike than ever before. And that also extends to the day-night cycle that you will be seeing in Watch Dogs, and it will also be having a weather system, but you won't be seeing its everlasting effects like The Division. So I've got to have your opinion on this. Do you think The Division has the edge over Watch Dogs or vice versa? I think both games are looking great. Leave a comment below and give me your thoughts. So in terms of gameplay, there are huge differences between Watch Dogs and The Division. We're gonna start out with Watch Dogs this time. Watch Dogs is more about hacking into various things, including cell phones, and then actually they have what's called the CTOS, which is the operating system that runs the city, and you'll be able to hack into databases that are a part of this CTOS system and really gain an understanding of the crowds, including the ability to track criminals, which is really cool. These are actually dynamic missions that you can undertake and stop crimes or watch them progress. You don't have to prevent these crimes, but you can, and there will be some sort of outcome that has yet to be revealed, but the outcome of your actions will be different as the game progresses. And there is a notoriety system in this game, so there is some sort of morality building up in the background as you play it, which I think is going to be extremely interesting near the tail end of this game. And of course, it is a third-person shooter, much like The Division. You will be able to purchase weapons, you will be able to go into shops and do that sort of thing, but the biggest difference, again, is definitely going to be the hacking. That's a huge game changer for Watch Dogs, and I really think that it makes it a very unique IP. But from what I have actually seen from Watch Dogs, the biggest game I can compare it to in terms of the gameplay loop is Far Cry 3. You will be able to take on outposts, secure them. These are going to be your CTOS databases, which would rebuild the map and then also give you the information you need, much like Far Cry 3 and Assassin's Creed. But once you have the actual information, this is where the game gets really neat. You will be able to go and take that info and decide if you want to go all guns a-blazing or if you want to do stealth and really get up close to your enemies and knock them out silently. So that is going to be something that's going to offer you a lot of different choices in terms of actual gameplay mechanics. And then on the side of The Division, in terms of gameplay, it is also a third-person shooter. That's primarily what this game is all about, but you will get a ton of gadgets, including the awesome little seeker mine. I have to say, I'm so addicted to watching this footage over and over again, seeing this seeker mine seek out the enemy target and blow them to bits. That was just awesome. And then there's a ton of other abilities. And of course, this is adding up quickly to be an RPG game for you RPG lovers. You will be able to hop online with friends and be able to customize your character from scratch, make them any way you want, and then take on other players and take their gear. That's going to be a huge part of this game, and it also is a huge part of the multiplayer component. So now we're going to tackle the multiplayer discussion for Watch Dogs in The Division, and this is where the discussion gets really interesting, because one of the games is heavily focused on an MMO style multiplayer experience and the other allows you to play single player or multiplayer. And the first one we're going to talk about is Watch Dogs, and that is the game that is going to allow you to play single player or hop online and experience a game in a multiplayer world. But here's where the big difference lies. Watch Dogs is going to be more about that single player experience with the addition of multiplayer. You're going to be able to have the little additions of multiplayer in there throughout a single player experience, much like Dark Souls, and I think that's a great comparison. And if Ubisoft borrowed from Dark Souls, and I'm sure they did, I have to give them major kudos, because I'm a huge fan of the Dark Souls franchise, and I think the idea of having other players being able to invade your game and hack and take your information as sort of a bounty is such a cool idea. And of course, once this player comes into your game, starts hacking you, you can try to stop it, and that is very cool. But it's not going to be that big open MMO experience that's going to be offered by The Division. And The Division is just that. It's going to be a huge open world MMO experience in an apocalyptic New York City that looks to be bigger than Grand Theft Auto 5, which is saying something. They are really pushing this game to its limits, and you'll be able to trade sell and go to social zones in the Division, which is a huge bonus for any of you that are looking forward to a cooperative game and aren't really going to want to experience the player versus player mayhem that Grand Theft Auto Online offered. In fact, I would call Grand Theft Auto Online the ultimate form of trolling. But the Division, they're going to really focus on limiting that because you're going to have zones primarily for co-op, and then you're going to be able to jump into your PvP zone known as the Dark Zone. But what's really cool about two of these games is they do offer a similar service, which is the companion app, and that's going to be your mobile device, either your iPad or your cell phone. You can grab that, use it to team up or hinder other players online. So in Watch Dogs, you'll be able to hack other players, and then in the Division, you will be able to help them with certain drones, maybe even healing them, resupplying them, and the like. So that is really, really cool that they're adding the companion app. I really do like that element of the game, because if I'm playing and my friend wants to hop on with me, he can, right on his phone, anywhere in the world, which is really, really cool. So remember, we are giving away a copy of Tom Clancy's The Division for the PS4, Xbox One, or PC. If you would like to enter, you can leave a comment below. Go ahead and see the description for full details on how to enter. And then, of course, subscribe to us on YouTube, because we are going to continue extensive coverage of Watch Dogs, The Division, and all things open world games. I'm so excited for next gen. There are big, big things coming. And don't forget, we are on Facebook. We have a huge community of over 70,000 open world gamers, so check us out in the description below again. And thank you guys for watching. Like this video, share it, it means the world to me, and see you guys next time.